but we've got another installment of winners finals to catch up. Very different from what we usually are used to seeing as of the recent weeks. Usually it's been players like Ram or of course Zamba and Jackal. Here, Ddog and Syrup.
Okay.
And both of them quite deserving.
Yeah, certainly so. Both players who I would say had like fairly comfortable wins over their opponents in winter semis, and the opponents who are no slouch, mind you.
For sure.
But they are here, and this is now. And Ddog kind of a little bit of shooting themselves, anviling themselves in the foot, not quite getting that projectile down to the ground.
Yeah, if there's anything to take from a match like this, is that while Ddog plays a less resource and mining focused Steve, trying to set up, not always trying to set up walls in camp, and instead trying to just get the resources while he can before minecarting across the stage. It's interesting to note that Syrup has been playing a lot of Steve of his own and practicing with other MBS member Stefan. I believe Stefan is part of MBS. So the importance of all of that is the fact that Syrup may be one of the best in the state at this matchup and at understanding just what Steve has in their kit. But this is a Staten Island Steve, not a New Jersey Steve, and that's makes there a little bit of a difference, especially with that forward throw.
They got that secret Steve sauce.
Who knows, right? Every Steve is just a little bit different, and it just makes the matchup that much harder to learn because there's so like Steve has. I think I'm pretty comfortable in saying that at any given moment, Steve may have the most options in the game compared to any other character.
That's a very like I'm willing to believe that that's true, but I'm also interested to hear the discussion like behind that. But that is a discussion for another time because we are already 2 stocks into this game number 1 of winners finals.
And with diamond on diamond, gold, and more on deck, it's gonna be tough to break through these aerials that just Ddog is continuously throwing out. But if you're able to stay in mid-air pretty constantly, you're almost always able to get around some of the block placements. It then becomes a trick, and some of the low minecarts. It then becomes a trick of how well do you contest diamond back air.
Yeah. And it's like the diamond is really huge. Ddog scored a pretty early diamond, I think, in this game. And that's another one already. So you figure Ddog figures to have diamond probably for the rest of this game.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's just huge because that is what you have to contest with. That was like a 112% back air from downtown, and it almost killed.
Yeah, and it's tough because he fell out of an up air that I'm pretty sure would have taken the stock, but Syrup actually taking the second hit of Anvil on block that time instead of doing something else and up smashing Ddog for it. He's able to get the reverse kill with the minecart, but this should be a forward throw, teching on the top block before it breaks.
Stuck in there. Okay.
It's a hard cadence to go through. Man,
that was like, you know what that was? That was like when Melee played on like Transformations PS Pokemon Stadium, and like they would just they got that cliff and they would just fight at the other side of the cliff, and it was just like 2 players fighting in like a 5-pixel range. That was fun.
Very, very good time. Go gets a Nature Rider Shield fair, not as safe as back air, but no gold. That was the last iron. No minecarts on deck out of the corner here, but Syrup unable to set up properly, going for the forward smash. Good placement onto the platform. Get that iron and use it to immediately cross the stage. Safe enough with that back air, but only a forward air punish instead of anything else.
And still no iron. Syrup has to keep up the pressure here, which he did, but a backdash forward smash is the God Slayer in this game apparently.
It is the best tool in... It's one of the best tools in the game. Not specifically forward smash, but dash back in general.
Yeah.
And even with Steve's mediocre resources, the most dash backs are enough to get you out of dash grab range. And forward smash in general, just diamond forward smash, Steve forward smash is just so good because it's amazingly disjointed, has a massive hitbox, and is relatively really easy to spam, and it's just relatively safe to do so. Like, you can just kind of do it sometimes.
Wow. See,
I wonder.
that was a hanging slider there from Ddog, and it was punished by Syrup there. Now, one thing that I want to point out here is that Ness is small enough to run under a one block gap, and that makes things a little bit hairier for this Steve trying to build those walls.
The up smash isn't going to do it though, and as he gets a couple more iron, the dash attack not punished, but the back air will keep things stable for Ddog, who only has to win this game in order to punch their ticket into grand finals.
Okay, and Syrup really seems to have the read on these smash attacks from Ddog, which, like, up smash a little bit easier to punish, forward smash not so much, but Syrup's been able to do the job. However, okay, he builds a house. Oh, and he caught him in. Wow, nice, very, very nice stuff from Syrup. Catching Ddog against the wall and just setting him up there to even up the stocks without allowing that early 40 to 60% from Steve to come out.
And a very important use of up smash there as it hit through without a chance to tech on any of the blocks. Oh, he got right under the diamond thanks to the squat from the PK landing PK fire. Still trying to play it safe though. The percents are relatively even, but the aggressive approach from Syrup gets them back on stage and trying to keep Ddog in disadvantage like this. PK fire gets parried and there's another dash attack. Man, like it's the cadence of up tilts on block, even with the 1-2 repetition being somewhat easy to parry every second one. Diamond up tilt is still a -1 move. It is so unbelievably safe, but this back throw might do it. Not quite.
Not quite. Oh, but he had the follow-up. And Syrup now taking 2 stocks in succession.
And trying to stay alive, just missing on that anvil. That's that small stature you were talking about, Clam Hat. Still looking to maintain center and try and keep Ddog light on resources, but giving him time to mine gives him time to get powered minecart, and Syrup is lucky to escape that situation alive.
Oh man, and you talk about powered minecart, and that is a powerful move.
Yeah, up for like in contention at the very least. I don't know if this, I don't quite believe it, but you could make an argument that powered minecart might be one of the best best burst options in the game.
Okay.
Oh, and just look at the damage. It gets the grab though because it wasn't powered, and there's the up air. Is that gonna do it? No way. No. Steve is just heavy enough to survive all of that. But Syrup's got to beat on some of these rolls, and the up smash covers all options anyway. Good stuff from Syrup after a huge combo from Ddog, and it was more of just this like scrappy mixed block placement. But you see the no iron. It's blocks or bust for Ddog, and they chose an Eltira angle. Oh, and they were prepping a forward smash too. If that up smash didn't connect,
yikes. And I found myself saying, like, as that last stock situation started with Ddog at about like 60 some percent, I was like, is that enough? Is that enough with diamond tools? And like immediately the question got a little more dire because you saw Ddog come out with that like 70% combo into an edge guard situation. But it all came down to not having those resources. So it's not just the diamond, it's not just the gold, but you have to have the iron as well.
Every resource is important, which is why we're seeing the small battlefield counterpick. Steve's resource loop with what he's mining, as that was actually a really good up air from the double jump back on up air. But yeah, Steve's resource loop is not, resource gain isn't random. It is dependent on what stage you're on and what material you're standing on. So you'll get diamonds earlier on iron standing but on battlefield and FD, it is a consistent, it is the same no matter where you're standing. So you're able to pretty much expect when you're going to get diamonds and always have a balance of materials, which can, footstool dare.
Oh, that's so dirty.
And that balance of materials matters if you're always looking for iron.
It's also nice when you can balance your feet on their skull and then immediately balance an iron anvil on there as well.
Yes. Especially with the immediate follow-up, 2 diamond fair spikes into follow-up hits. Like it did a quick 72, but Syrup's looking to make the most out of this ledge trap, getting the punish with the PK Thunder, and only 1 iron on deck. This Syrup choosing to respect that forward smash instead of trying to find a punish that couldn't have been there.
Syrup was just playing goalkeeper there, just like keeping everything out of the net, not letting Ddog out of the stage, no matter what he was trying to do. But now still sitting at a stock lead, and now okay, you're lucky to get out of that without getting up tilt, but still sitting at 52%. You have to kind of try to close this down, and he does. Syrup has some of the best composure I've seen from a player this young.
Or with the mix-up, trying to just get away from a lot of Steve's pressure before, and getting Ddog up into the percent to where Nair out of shield sends into tumble instead of being potentially minus on hit. As Ddog is starting to swing a little bit, there's that back air cracking Syrup's skull, but not closing out the stock quite yet. Another forward smash, another one, gets the back air out of shield.
And it really says
he's just swinging.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. As an immediate fist bump into Ddog in winners finals, as there it comes again for Ddog. This consistent habit and utility that has been their almost the staple throughout the entirety of bracket. They've pressed buttons. They've pressed offensive killing buttons out of hit stun and out of scrambles to make Syrup to make opponents across the board second guess when they get a chance to swing. To these anvils, these forward smashes, mine carts, it forced Syrup into a couple moments where he chose not to try and find a punish, and it just gives you more time.
And it was I saw a lot of almost Smash 4-esque neutral, especially from Syrup in that, because they're Syrup's game plan, especially in neutral, seemed to be just run up and shield, because he seems to have a read on Ddog that Ddog's a very buttons heavy Steve, which of course you should be when your character has buttons that are this good. But this is not like Smash 4 in that when Steve has Diamond, he has a move that eats half your shield. That's it. Your half your shield is gone. In fact, he has multiple moves that eat half your shield. So it can't just be that. It can't just be we run up to each other and stare into each other's shields. Yes, it's very romantic, but it doesn't quite get the job done when you're getting taken down to Skittles every third hit. Syrup did do a good job of that,